What up, world? How's it going? Hope y'all doing good today. Oh, me? Yeah, I'm doing great. Today we are talking about devotion. Now, it seems like every 4 or 5 years they come out with a movie like this, i.e. Remember the Titans, Hidden Figures, The Blind Side. And there are a couple of things that these movies have in common. One is that they are inspirational, and there always seems to be like a togetherness between a someone black or someone of color and someone who is white who decides to step up and do the right thing. Now, and remember the Titans, it was the coach who decided to hang out with Denzel and was just like, you know what, you're not so bad. Hidden Figures, it was Kevin Costner who finally decided to give somebody a chance. These movies follow like a specific pattern, right? And everything's kumbaya then. I'm going to tell you right now, this ain't that. It is not that. Listen, there are going to be heavy spoilers when I'm talking about this movie, okay? Because this movie did not go the way that the trailer portrayed it to go. Not at all. And I say bravo to them. Nice job. Well done. But you got me. This movie stars Tom Hudner as Glen Powell, Johnathan Majors, Serena Swan as Elizabeth Taylor, Darren Kozlov is Kazagolf. Every movie. Joe Jonas is Marty Good. I didn't even know that. And Christina Jackson, Daisy Brown as Jesse Brown's wife. Heavy spoilers. So if you had not seen it yet, you go watch it and then come back, hang out with your boy. And when you do that, please leave a like if you wouldn't mind. Helps out the channel. So as I said before, I was expecting this movie to follow the pattern. Okay, black guy gets berated for a quarter of the movie. White guy comes in. You know, they don't mesh at first, and then they kind of see the error of each other's ways, and then they become best friends for life. The end. Figured that's how this was going to go. It did not go like that. Okay, it did not go like that at all. First of all, our first introduction to Jesse Brown, he is in the bathroom, just absolutely cursing himself out and using racial slurs against himself. Now, if there's one thing, before I go any further, if there's one thing that I can applaud these movies for right off the bat, it is the way to get your point across in these movies without dropping the N-word. I don't recall them doing it in Remember the Titans. They may have dropped it once. I think it was used in this movie once, and I think it was used by Johnathan Majors. I don't recall anyone white saying the N-word, and I appreciate that because I am tired. First of all, they all hurt. Okay, they all hurt. Listen to somebody be like, "Hey, you don't mind flying with colors, do you?" I'm like, ugh. I may have to turn this one off. Go get me a drink. Hit pause or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just kind of, I know it's a movie, but still, I get it. But it's still, though. Still. But they did not use the N-word in here, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all these movies. As far as I know, they didn't use it in Hidden Figures. And I think that's a step in the right direction. So, let me get off my soapbox and we can continue on. So Jesse Brown is in the bathroom cursing himself out and using all of the words that were used against him growing up. He's written them down in the book, and he says them to himself in the mirror while he cries. He uses it as motivation. I mean, it's strange, but I can kind of see what he's doing there. So, you know, I get it. It is rather odd though. Like, you imagine if he dropped that book and somebody picked it up, just got run around with a book of racial slurs in it. That just it just seems weird to me. This movie ran about 2 hours and 10 minutes, and if you ask me, it was a little bit too long, like just a little too long. There were some scenes in here that I could have done without. I'll just throw one out at you real quick. Elizabeth Taylor. I don't think that scene needed to be in here. I mean, I guess it was put in there to show the bonding between Jesse Brown and Tom Hunter's character. So, you know, to kind of get an understanding, a bit more of an understanding about their friendship. So it was just a tad bit too long. I did get their friendship. I understand, you know, Tom was there to look out for Jesse. Jesse, who is not exactly trusting of white people because of everything that he's gone through his entire life. So I can understand his side of it, but at the same time, Tom, you know, is his own person, and he hasn't done anything to Jesse Brown, so he's trying to get him to trust him, not only as a person, but as a pilot, that he would do the right thing in every situation. And I think he proved that on more than one occasion. So they both had to learn to grow with one another, and I thought that aspect, watching their friendship kind of grow, was pretty cool. There was not a lot of fighting in this as far as with airplanes. A lot of this is set up as training, and you're like waiting for something to go down, and it doesn't. It absolutely does not. You're like, all right, now I saw gunfire on the TV, on the television. Is there gonna be some fighting in this movie? Someone shoot at somebody. Do something. So the fighting does take place at the end, but it is short, very short. It doesn't last that long. In the third act, probably maybe 10 minutes, maybe just a little bit over 10 minutes. But again, this is not a war movie. This is, I mean, it happens during a war, but you're basically trying to see the connection between Tom Hunter and Jesse Brown, and that was pretty cool. Here's where I won't say I took issue with this movie, but so I must have been drinking like harder than normal, because at the beginning of this movie I straight up missed the based on a true story kind of thing. I thought this was like made up or something. It absolutely was not. And I apologize that I missed that, but I'm like, what is going on in this movie? Like, what? Okay, so I see. So he's got to go through that being kicked in the face by white folks for a little bit. Cool. And then him and his boy, they get together and they either break the rules together, because midway through the movie, he's like, be my, don't throw me a life preserver, get in the pool with me. So I feel like they were going to work together and do something they weren't supposed to do. And then all is well at the end. No, that is not how this goes. This is exactly how this movie goes. This black man is in a bathroom, using racial slurs against himself to pump himself up, as the rest of the world can't stand him, and he goes home to see his wife painting as the neighbors stared him in the face. And after that, he has to go to work, where even his own co-pilots are like, you ever think you'd be flying with a colored boy? So after getting past that, okay, then he goes out with his fellow pilots, and then he gets shit from Marines They're like, you don't belong here. You know you don't belong here. What are you doing here, boy? After that, his wife is like, can you just look out for my husband when you guys go, overseas? Just look out for him. And then he crashes and dies. And I'm like, what the fuck? That is not, hold up. That is not how these movies are supposed to go. Where's the happy ending at? Huh? Where's the happy ending? So, and here's something maybe you can help me understand, because I don't get this part. So, after finding out that this was based on a true story, okay, I seem to be a little lost. So he crashes in the snow, and his boy Tom crashes in the snow to save him. Okay, which was like not really the smartest thing to do. Like we had to get him before, and now we have to get you too. So I don't know why you did that. So he's crashed in the snow, but they come get him with this old school helicopter to pick him up. And in the process, Jesse dies. Now, before Tom leaves, he turns and he says, I'm coming back to get you. And then he turns and he goes and gets in a helicopter and he leaves, right? But his commander says, we can't let the Corsair fall into enemy hands. We have to just go and scuttle it. We have to go, blow it up. Basically, we have to tear it apart, do whatever. Which I get. I was in the Army. They had to do the same thing when you're in Iraq. You had to set stuff on fire to get rid of stuff. But he was still in the airplane. They couldn't separate the two. And they didn't leave in a helicopter. They left in Corsairs. So how are they bringing him back? And that's how it ends. This is the saddest. What is this supposed to inspire? Is this supposed to inspire friendship? Is that what this is supposed to inspire? Because I am not. I'm saddened by this movie. I am sad. Okay? A woman lost her husband. A little girl lost her father. People hated this man for no reason. He crashed and died. I don't mean to laugh. It's just not. It's not what I was used to. Okay? I turned this on because I wanted to feel like good about myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's not how I ended this movie. I did not end with a good feeling. I just was like, oh, all right, cool. I guess I'll find something, lift my spirits. So in the end, is it worth watching? Yeah, it's worth watching. It's 2 hours, and like I said, it's 2 hours and like 10, 15 minutes. And there's no happy ending. So prepare yourself for that, okay? You're going to watch two friends, a friendship in the making. That's what you're going to watch, all right? So don't complain to me when you watch this and you're like, this is not, yeah, I know, I saw it. So enjoy your afternoon. Have a great Saturday, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow, if not the day after, as I review The Last of Us on HBO, because I can't wait for that to come out. All right, man, y'all be easy. I love y'all, and y'all stay safe. Cheers.